some trouble I just might wanna get into. Pull up and up and so girl, you know I don't do it so. Lines and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Lines and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
What's going on, chat? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Betting News Network. Happy Boxing Day. Happy December 26th. Hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas yesterday. And here we are right here on the network to take you guys into the weekend. Thanks for stopping by for the All Sauce team. Excited to have you with us. That's Vsauce. That's Just Sook. My name's Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here to kick off the weekend with our happy hour edition. Boys, happy hour. Happy Boxing Day to you both, celebrators of Boxing Day. Half of me celebrates Boxing Day, but since I'm in the half of it that's not celebrating Boxing Day, it's just been a normal old day for me. But happy.
Did you go shopping, V?
I did not, dude. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. Yeah. There was a time where it used to be fun, and you used to sit there and you used to wait for a PS3 or things like that, or a nice TV. Now it's all online, and there's just dickheads in the stores. So I'm okay.
sounds about right. Sounds about right. We appreciate you guys. Did you go shopping, Sook?
No, I was working.
I didn't chain you. I didn't chain you.
As a slight, no, sir. We just had work. That's all.
It's not like I wanted to go shopping.
I was about to say, yeah, you don't seem like the type of guy that would go out on Boxing Day and want to shop anyways.
Nope.
So it's the kind of guy that buys things when he needs them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got my work in, and now I'm ready to, have some fun.
Cheers, chat.
I got way too big after those, hit the stomach.
Happy hour. Yeah, thank you, Dragath. We appreciate you too. Let's cook. Jeff knows the vibes. Excited to have you guys with us. Thanks for being here on the Betting News Network, brought to you by our sponsors at Bet Online. We are going to talk about the glorious NBA slate in front of us tonight. 9 games on the docket. We're going to go through each individual one with you guys, hang out with you for the rest of the next hour and a bit, probably, with us, knowing we'll go a little bit longer. We will do the Saucy 4 at the end of the show. We'll probably do a slate lay because chat loves them. To put things together. We'll also do a giveaway today in honor of the fact of Chef and I banged last night, which we love to see. I'm not gonna lie to you, lads. I'm on Eastern time right now, so that Nuggies game was getting into pushing 1 a.m. for me, and I'm usually up that late anyways. But because it was a holiday, I had some eggnog. That the vibes were smacking me in the face, and I thought the game was kind of over, like at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I was falling asleep watching the game, and I was like, I'm going to bed. Woke up to 20 text messages that the game went to overtime, and Chef and I banged, which was awesome to see.
The 3 that literally took you to overtime, banged 1 leg. Then you saw Tim Hardaway in overtime, bang 1 3, and down 7. That Wolves team was up 7 very, very early in overtime. And dude, they pushed on the +7 or on the +4, didn't even cover the +2 if that's what you got in your game time. And it was an ugly loss. But I think the playoff history, everything between these two teams really kind of shines through. We saw Anthony Edwards get ejected at the end of the game too. And I don't know if you guys saw, but he looked at every single ref. He's like, you, use a hoe, and use a hoe.
Deservedly
so. A lot of bad blood. I'm excited.
Deservedly so. We got to talk about Jokic too. Graphics guy made an elite graphic talking about the Joker last night. And I went to bed knowing that Joker was just incredible. Had a 30-point triple-double midway through the third quarter, finished with, as you can see, over 55 points, 15 assists, and 15 rebounds, first ever in NBA history. Recorded 18 points in the fourth quarter. Started the game, I think he had like 16 or 18 in the first quarter. We keep forgetting, like, it's almost to the point where watching him play basketball is like, it's so good. It's become so regular that for him, it's so easy to, what is the word I'm looking for? It's so easy to like look over it, and not just enjoy the moment. Just an incredible performance. I think it leapfrogs him to the top of the MVP conversation, which is probably where we can take this conversation next to kind of recap yesterday. But when he's playing like that, he's unstoppable. And when he goes out, which we've talked about, which is the argument has always been for me of why he's the MVP, is that when he goes out of that lineup, especially with how banged up they are right now, that team really struggles. And so, like, when he's off the court, you have to make sure you have a substantial lead or a 10-point lead or something, because that lead is probably going to be gone by the time he comes back on the court, and then they can pick it back up again when he's back. But just an incredible stuff from the Joker last night.
Pretty funny. He absolutely eats this team. I said he had 3 straight triple doubles, made it a 4th. Did not bet it, was not smart enough to remind myself to do that. But Nikola Jokic definitely has the number of the T-Wolves, and he will continue to pound on this team given every opportunity.
So 60-point triple-double, 50-point triple-double, 40-point triple-double, 30-point triple-double, and a 20-point triple-double, all against Rudy Gobert and this Timberwolves team. That is fucking... And I know that we don't look at Rudy like the most elite defender anymore, but, dude, he's got 2 or 3 DPOYs, and this dude is giving him belt on a game-by-game basis.
This is also crazy. Yeah. Hey, Serbians hate French. Confirmed.
There was like that one thing too where he's like, I got Jokic, and Jokic's like, brother, I have 47. Like, what are we doing? You guys remember that?
What are we doing? Yeah. I mean, Ant-Man was also incredible. Unfortunately, got ejected, like you said, but it was just a great game. Great game of basketball. It was a great bow on top of what was a really nice day in the NBA across the board. We saw some really great matchups. Started off with that Knicks game against the Cavs, which the Knicks stormed back from down almost 20, I think it stretches. Their biggest comeback this season so far to beat the Cavaliers team. Cooper Flag showed out yesterday. Cooper Flag showed out yesterday, which we talked about. Unfortunately, didn't lead to a Mavs win. I'm forgetting the game before that one. What was the game before the Mavs game?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, it was Jokic.
Oh, okay. See, no. That was
the last game.
Oh, sorry, I thought Cooper Flag's last game. That's why he played the Nuggets. He had the triple double.
Oh no. Okay. No, the game before that was Thunder Spurs. I mean, when are we going to start having the discussion? Do we have it now for a second about the Thunder? Looked dominant. Start the season. It's December. Got a lot of time. So, these games don't matter necessarily, but I don't know, man. They're starting to feel a little bit like they're getting a little too comfy in their britches to me. And Spurs have their number. They beat them 3 times in the past 2 weeks. Hard to play a team 3 times in 2 weeks, but to lose all 3 of them is definitely alarming, I would say.
I honestly really want to give Mitch Johnson his flowers because I think that he's done an impeccable job with this team. Wemby coming off of the bench for all 3 of those matchups. And Stephon Castle, defensively, the guy has been absolutely elite. I don't know if you guys saw the stats, but he really held SGA in check in all 3 matchups when they're one-on-one. And in terms of OKC, I don't know if I'm ready to push the panic button, but I think it just kind of speaks volumes as to how good this Spurs team really is. And not just because of Wemby, but from top down. Harrison Barnes has had big games against OKC. Stephon Castle defensively has been elite. He hit his points line last night too. And then you have Wemby, who's not even playing full minutes yet.
De'Aaron Fox was also fantastic in that game as well.
I think you'd be insane to press the panic button on the Thunder. That's crazy. One team has your number. Yeah, they have your number, but you're still absolutely destroying everybody else. And like V said, I think the bigger takeaway here is how good the Spurs are. It has not really the biggest indication of like maybe the Thunder slipping up from last season. No, because we saw them have the greatest start of all time. They just don't know how to deal with Wemby. And that's the funnest thing, is that he is the true unicorn. We've talked about it on this program before, that kind of KP was a tease. Wemby is the real deal, the real unicorn.
I mean, this is also a good point from Gerald. Also, hi, Gerald. This is a thing where if they don't win another championship, what do you got? Just a crazy amount of picks in the back pocket that you can dish and get some more guys and run it back again. On the broadcast yesterday, they were talking about how this is going to be a great rivalry for the next 10 years in the West, which, I mean, sit back, relax, and enjoy it while we can. But yeah, that game was fantastic. Obviously, like I said, Cooper Flag and company were frisky, but it was always the dubs in that game. Flag was spectacular. Shout out Sook and myself for getting the PRA. Also, got a bone to pick with SGA. I didn't know that Shea Grinchus Alexander was in the house yesterday, because he was the 4th leg of our parlay that sold. Cole for SGA in his stocking this year.
He dropped off coal in our stockings. That's what that happened. Like, come on, dude. 16 points in that first half too, right? Like, it looked like it was going to be a game. Stephon Castle, though, man, like, prop flowers to that guy. He's been really, really good this year.
Big facts. Big facts. And then the Lakers lost to the Rockets. Didn't look very good in that game. Oh, look at V. V's just clamoring at the bit to talk about this. You're just so here for the downfall of the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah. They didn't look fantastic in that game last night. They got kind of belted a little bit. I think it was the biggest loss of the 5 games, which wasn't even huge, but I think it was the biggest point differential of all 5 of them. Maybe actually the Spurs might have beat the Thunder by more, but the concern aspect is, JJ Redick came out after the game, calling out the guys a little bit, saying that this is not really what he's signed up for. Can't really have this for the next, portion of the season. Can't you guys believe we're almost halfway through the season? Crazy.
Yeah. Almost.
It's nuts. It's nuts, man. So I actually didn't watch most of this game. This was the one that I kind of missed out on for a good portion of it. So I didn't get to see most of it. Did you guys have any thoughts on Rockets? Rockets are a good team. So any thoughts on this game?
So Rockets are good, but they've kind of shown their offense is pretty simplistic when it comes down to it near the end of games. And they've kind of not been as elite as of late. But the Lakers, that defense is piss poor. And I do not know how you're going to function, because SPJ, you're not going to like this, but Luka Doncic is a real negative on the defensive side of the basketball. You're playing a lot of 4-on-5 if he wants to talk to a ref, if he wants to do this. And our king, LeBron James, also has a habit of kind of doing that. So if you have 2 of your 5 players kind of looking at the refs after every play, you're going to have horrible transition defense. And on top of that, you don't really have a true rim protector. Ayton is 7 feet tall, but his blocks per minute or blocks per 36 minutes is actually very, very low for a 7-footer that plays that amount of minutes. So I'm worried about these Lakers. That offense is fantastic, but it just seems like Luka and Austin Reeves is a good duo. Luka and LeBron is a good duo, but all 3 of them is a horrible trio.
Yeah, it's looked tough with LeBron in that starting lineup, and you can see it with their net rating in that lineup. It hasn't been good. Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, they were making magic for a little while, but this is a guy in both Luka and LeBron that look checked out at times. Like, if the game's not going their way, they don't make up for it in other ways. They're not doing that anymore. Maybe they did it at a certain point. Maybe I think Luka was doing it early this year. He looked really good. But now the defense has been terrible. LeBron looks disinterested, and he is not rebounding the ball either. Like, so you just said it. They don't have a rim protector, but they also don't have a big rebounding big either. So they're just sitting there. Their 2 big men are Jackson Hayes and DeAndre Ayton, both guys that average, I think, a significant
Well, they paid
amount
Vandy to be that guy.
Dude, Vanderbilt's not even a real NBA player. The fact that Rob Pelinka signed, like, the same guy that swindled Luka out of the Mavericks signed Vandy to an extension, and it doesn't make any sense how this is the same person. Vandy is unplayable. A lot of these guys on the Lakers are unplayable, and the certain matchups that they've had, so those lineups, they've been unplayable. But most of all, JJ hasn't gotten his guys to buy in, and I don't know what else it's going to take or what it is. But right now, the guys don't look bought in, and it's, to me, that feels like a coaching thing. I'm not saying that he needs to go or anything like that, but I think he needs to do something differently where he is not connecting with the players. Because a guy like LeBron James and Luka Doncic, when they are the 2 best of the last, 2 of the best 5 we've seen over the last 10 years, it's hard to communicate and, get your way with these guys. You have to understand that. And I think he needs to do a better job of that. However that is, I don't have any advice. I'm not a head coach, and I have no idea.
Well, then can I ask you guys a question then?
Sure.
Worst return, LeBron or Trae Young?
I think LeBron because of the age.
Yeah, LeBron because of the age.
But the stats are not helping Trae right now with the way that they've been playing since he's come back. The defensive stats, it's really not helping his stock. So
this is an interesting point, because I just want to respond to the mentions of Luka's defense, which we've talked about this a lot ad nauseum. And I don't know if you guys saw this. I retweeted like the graphic showing potential offensive and defensive ratings right now and how things are looking. And the Lakers are at the bottom of the defensive part, which is no surprise as how they've been playing defense. The Nuggets, which we just talked about, number 1 in offensive rating. However, they're 23rd in defensive efficiency rating. as much as we talk about Nikola Jokic being spectacular, Nikola Jokic is also a liability defensively. He's not a very good defender either. He just makes up for it because of the offense that he plays. However, the Nuggets have done a good job as an organization of surrounding him with players that hide those deficiencies because of all the other things that he brings to the table that helps the team offensively and helps them get to where they are going to go. The Lakers have done a terrible job of that in surrounding, and I mean, again, Luka's not ever going to be a spectacular defender, but Luka is a top 3 offensive player in the NBA right now, no doubt about it. But to every single time something goes wrong on any team that Luka's ever been on, it always just turns to, well, he's a terrible defender. Okay, fine. That's a fair assessment, but that's always been the case, and that will always be the case. So he can try and do the things that he's going to do and be a bad defender in certain aspects of games. But I think that this is more about a synergy problem, and I think this is more about they're not very deep. They're also dealing with injuries right now too. So I think there's colors to this besides just Luka's a bad defender. Like that's been the case since he was on Dallas, and they went to the NBA Finals. Like that's been the situation since then. So it's how you navigate working your roster around that versus, oh, you're bad at this, so why are you bad at this? I think the comments from JJ was weird, but like I think that it's also one of those situations that JJ is now going to have to coach, which you just talked about, V. He's going to have to coach, and he's going to have to get those guys bought in, and they're going to probably sign some players before the trade deadline, I would imagine. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But there are different ways that you can navigate that situation. It has been on full display over the last few games. It's also really weird because I really feel like this is more of a LeBron problem versus a Luka problem. And I think that that's the issue that they don't really know how to solve right now, because who's going to trade for LeBron James at 40, almost 41 years old? Or has he had his birthday yet? Isn't it right before Christmas?
I don't know.
I think it's after Christmas.
Oh, it's the 30th.
Anyway. Oh, it's the 30th. Okay. Who's going to trade for an almost 41-year-old LeBron James right now to come in that roster? Yeah, sure. Go back home for sure. But like that would probably make the most sense, because then you could get a defender out of that deal or a draft pick or something. Because as you mentioned, the Luka Austin Reeves connection seemed to really work in stretches. And they need that to be the case. LeBron is not a off-ball player. We've talked about this forever. D-Wade even talked about it the other night when he was I can't remember what game he was calling, but they were talking about when LeBron came to Miami, Dwayne Wade had to accept the fact that he was no longer the ball dominant player. And he was able to morph his game into being the second option to a ball dominant superstar type player. He still had a Hall of Fame career even after that particular point. I just don't think that LeBron can do that, especially where he's at right now in his age. And it's showing in various aspects. Like when both of these guys are out of the lineup, LeBron can be fine. But like, it just doesn't work, I guess. Long story short.
Sauceman muted.
Yeah, you counter one, but there's just no chemistry. That's what it is. No chemistry.
Yeah, and it was on full display last night. Again, shout out the Rockets. Obviously, they didn't have to do much to win that game, but they got a dub, which they needed, kind of how to get their ship back righted in the right direction. And then we talked about this to start. Last game of the night, Ant-Man versus Jokic. Cinema. Great way to end the evening. Booming. Absolutely booming. NBA owns Christmas Day and will always own Christmas Day.
Yes, he's Charles Barkley. He's like, you greedy pigs over at the NFL. This is our day.
I think they got 3 bad games to show for it. 3 covered spreads to show for it. And Max Brosmer knocking out the Lions. You want to dance on any Lion graves right now, Sauceman?
No, not until after tomorrow. Not until after
Packers are already in the playoffs, man.
I'll take the playoff spot. I will. And the Lions stink. That's great. But the Lions were relevant for 2 years. That's fantastic. I've just always been more of a Bears hater. So if I'm going to dance on any graves, it'll be some Chicago graves, not Detroit.
Fair enough. You see that Jordan Love's going to be out tomorrow?
Yeah. I got some Malik Willis love in my piece. So make sure you guys go peep the scribbles, because it's going to be a fun game. Battle of the backups at Lambeau Field this week.
I like Malik. Should be fun. Should be fun. Okay, man. All right, let's jump in. Let's talk about anything else from yesterday. Suckman, are you okay?
I wanted to push back on the Jokic as a negative defender. He is definitely a way better defender than Luka. The numbers even say as much. Luka is just below league average every year in his defensive rating, while Jokic is usually right there with the centers. And the centers have better net defensive ratings than the wing players do.
Can I give you an argument to your counter? It's so much easier to play an elite level of or a semi-elite level of defense when you are 7 feet tall at that level.
Luka's 6'8" and playing point guard. It should
exactly.
be semi-easy for him
he's
to
guarding
contest
people
shots
that are technically faster than him. Like, there is a difference here.
To me, Luka's an effort problem, and I stand by that. It's an effort issue. You can't be number 2 in blow by rate, and that's not a.
But Jokic is not guarding guys who are going to blow by him. He would have the same blow by rate in this situation.
I 100% agree with that, but he's also not getting beat at the rim or, like, you know what I mean? Things like that. It's just not happening. Luka has been bad this year. He hasn't. It's an effort thing. He has the capability. He's slow.
I can agree with that because of how many steals he piles up. So clearly he can do it when he wants to, or do it in a clutch possession. It's just so much whenever I'm watching the Lakers, it's just so frustrating to see him. Like, I would, now I'm going to say something, and it's going to be a little surprising, but I don't know how I would feel playing with Luka Doncic. I don't know how hard I would rebound, how much I would dive for the ball if every time he does a double pump and doesn't get the call, he's talking to the ref and I'm playing his guy and my guy. I don't know how I would feel about that, to be honest. Luka is still a world beater.
I agree with that 100%. I think the same thing applies to LeBron right now. Like you said, SPJ, you can hide somebody on defense. You can't hide two guys. And both guys are showing minimal effort for different reasons. LeBron's 40 years old. I get it. But at the same time, if you guys are making NBA money, you should be doing what's required of you on the court.
Like,
don't get these guys started on this.
Oh, yeah. Same issue.
I would say, though, with Brunson and Trae Young, at least they're like laying their bodies out, getting beat up. Like, they're just small.
You don't think Luka's doing that?
He is, but he's also spending a lot of time talking to the refs. He is a gamer. That's the thing, SPJ, is like, why can't we just eliminate that one? Watch, if he just stopped talking to the refs, and he said himself last year that he was going to stop doing it, then never did.
Never did.
Why? If his defensive rating would probably skyrocket if he did.
He's going to get defense at some point.
Whoa.
Skit, relax, brother. Relax.
Okay, no.
I'll at least semi think about this. That's kind of in the realm of discussion. But this ain't.
I still think Luka's better than all those guys.
Yeah, same here. I do too.
No doubt.
Luka's better than Brunson too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're just talking about if you want to win a championship. Yeah, that's the difference, right? You know what I mean? Like, if
that other Mavericks team was built for Luka. Like, they played defense for Luka. They did everything, and they didn't have another ball dominant guy. So it was like, hey, this is how we're gonna play. This is the game plan. But with this team, you have Austin Reeves. You have all these other guys that can help you off the dribble. So it's just like, the mesh isn't there, and then also it doesn't seem like V said, the locker room chemistry isn't there, and like what SPJ said is like, this has to be Luka's team. It just has to if you're gonna win, and it doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't.
I think that it's about the whole conversation. Just to go back to I think Jokic is the best player in the NBA. So we're not talking about good players versus we're not talking about this, but this is a good point, and this is the point I'm making. Jokic is an easier player to hide defensively than Luka is, because and as you said, V, which also leads into the fact of like LeBron, you can't hide two players on the NBA right now, especially with how freely everyone is scoring the basketball. It's impossible. You can hide one guy sometimes, and they're going to get blown by and burned every once in a while, but that's just how it goes. But twice or two guys on the same court at the same time doesn't work. And like, it's impossible. And that's what we're seeing. So, who is the top 5 players in the NBA? We can answer that real quick before we jump into today. You guys want to do top 5? Jokic?
No order. Just Jokic, SGA, Luka.
Giannis, when healthy?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Giannis, for sure.
Giannis,
when
Giannis
healthy.
Then
Who's
5.
number 5?
I would put Tatum there, but he's not healthy this year at all.
Yeah, I can't have Tatum.
Jaylen Brown?
No.
He's playing top 5 right now.
Sure.
Look at that field goal percentage.
Yep.
Sure.
KD Okay, and you need more to be a top 5 player. You need
Cade needs to go to an NBA Finals to get him into
Do
the
you
top
put
five.
one of the
playoff
old
series.
heads in there, like Durant, or do you go with a young guy like Wemby at 5?
Oh,
I think
Durant.
it's maybe
Oh,
Shaq.
Ant-Man?
Oh,
Ant-Man. I would put Tatum over there if he was healthy, but I think Ant-Man's a good 5 there.
that's
Yeah.
a tough one. That 5th spot's tough.
He's also won some playoff series. He's given some guys some tough games and things like that in the playoffs. So I can get down with Ant.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That's filling that 5th spot. Now that I'm thinking about it, is tough.
it's
It
Tatum
is.
when he's healthy though. So it's not that hard, but it's Tatum.
You've said it 3 times now. We heard you. It's all good.
Wait,
Chad,
what
I
did you say,
think-
V? I didn't catch
Did-
that.
You weren't muted for that. How did that happen? Oh, man.
Nice.
Yeah, French 6. That's a good conversation. All right, from Chet, Jokic, Tatum, SGA, Luka. Wow, he's got Tatum in there. Oh, he's a Boston guy.
All right, boys, it's 25 minutes. We've talked about a bunch of Christmas Day games, and we've ranked the top 5 players in the NBA. We have a full slate of games to get through.
Nine games, in fact. Hey, man, when Sauceman's moving us on, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's jump to these games. 9 games. Hey, see, Kev likes it. Chad doesn't tune in for our bet. Actually, they do, especially the last week because we've had a really killer week. But you guys tune in mostly for the antics. I live in Tampa. WCAF. All right, boys, let's get to it. Let's go to first game. We're gonna do a slate lay. We are doing a giveaway today, chat, as a reminder. So stick around with us. Hang out with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/bettingnews. That's how you'll be entered to win the giveaway later today. And we're going to give away a Sauce Team beanie today.
Yeah.
Enough unders. Unders are gone.
Sauce
No more
Team
unders.
Took.
A toque. Sauce Team toque. We'll do the rhythm bet of the day. Shout out our friends at Rhythm. And then we will give you guys the moves across.
We never get through anything.
But said Gerald said he just tunes in for good, bad, and the ugly, and then he puts us on mute. So
Yeah,
that's fair.
That makes sense.
All right, let's start it off. Fun slate. Sauceman wrote about a lot of these games at bettingnews.com. You can go peep the scribs over there. But let's jump into it. Let's get to this one first. Your boys, the Raps, taking on the Washington Wizards in the district tonight. 7.5 is the spread. 6.5, as you can see on the screen right there. It's moved a point. 224.5 point total here. I got no bets in this game, but interesting spots. Lower total for what we're usually seeing with Wizards games. Raptors also. CJ McCollum stood out to me in this one. Could be interesting. Points possibly, but no officials from me. Sauceman, take it away. What do you like in this game?
No officials for me in this one either. That total kind of scared me off. And then I looked a little bit more into it. And the Toronto's been playing at a super slow pace. Not only are they 22nd in pace this year, but it's slowed down even more over the last 7 to 8 games. I think without RJ Barrett, they're just running a little bit less in transition and setting up their offense. Because both guys like Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram are guys like that are slow, methodical, run the offense type players. I think without RJ Barrett, they've lost that fast break option, and it's kind of stifled their offense. So no bets for me in this one. Suk?
Yeah, chat's talking about it. I love Sandro in this one. And guys, it's a little bit of the fact that the Wizards are bad at defending threes. And also Sandro is fantastic in the triple threat. The pump fake, passing, all of it. He's so good. He's a little bit of a small ball center, but at the end of the day, he knows that like this summer, he knows how much money he stands to make this year. He has a player option that he's 100% going to decline. We just saw Steven Adams and Luke Cornett get absolutely paid to be backup centers. That's what Sandro's hoping on too. His over 24.5 PRA is what I went with. This guy's a Swiss Army knife. He's a fantastic player. And I do think that he knows that this is his opportunity with Poeltl out, that I can put up numbers and show teams that, hey, I can be a Luke Cornett. I can be a Steven Adams. You can pay me $11 to $15 million a year to kind of play backup to your best center. Kind of like thing that the Nuggets went out to go get Jonas Valanciunas with. So give me Sandro. I think he has a good game here against those young kids over on the Wizards. I do think he can kind of fake them out, deke them out, because I think a lot of people forget how good Sandro really is. And besides that, they have the kid, the Curry Murray Bowles, I think is his name. His PRA looks kind of tasty, but I went with Sandro. I think he has a good game against this team because every single day that he plays, boys, he has to earn that bag that's coming next year, because if Luke Cornett can get the bag, anybody can.
No, I completely agree, Suk. I think this is a good spot for him, too. He's been playing a lot more minutes. And like you said, the Raptors are more than happy to go small at the center spot. Murray Boyle has been their backup center when Portal's out, and both guys are under 7 feet, both Sandro and Murray Boyle. Sandro's also hit his 2+ threes line in 4 of his last 5 games. The volume has been there, 6+ attempts in all the games that he's hit. I think this is another one of those spots where you're against the really bad Wizards perimeter defense. And this is like right within playable at -135. If you want to tap in, you could take the 3. He's hit that line in just 2 of those 5 games, but 2 of his last 3. So if he's scoring and if he's doing what he's supposed to, he's usually stretching the floor. And I think that's why we've got him out there with the Raptors.
And we saw him against like slow moving centers like the Celtics. Even our smaller centers are still very slow, and he came out and put 6 threes on us. So I do think this might be a similar situation where he could get the better of a number of guys on that Washington roster.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's take Sandro, PRA
for
the slate leg number 1.
Career high 6 assists too, or 7 assists last year.
The RA was something I looked at earlier. Didn't have enough of a hit rate, obviously, to kind of lock it in, but the PRA makes sense. This is an opportunity, as you said, for him to show off. Last mention, CJ McCollum is in a good spot, I think, for points. 19.5 was the line I saw earlier. I mean, who the fuck else is going to score for this Washington team?
Not to derail us even further, but do you guys worry? This is a random thought that I had when I was labbing for today. Do you guys worry that, and this ties into my bet in the Bulls game, do you guys worry at all that the older guys will come out sluggish today? The older guys tend to have families. The older guys tend to have festivities, and you're playing at home, all the distractions. And then maybe the younger guys, there's nowhere to go on Christmas. Maybe they got a little more pep in their step today. Or am I just literally tinfoiling hatting it?
Tinfoiling hatting it?
I kind of disagree. I really look at this look. I think that this is 100 because this is gonna lead into my Celtics play.
I'm doing that right now.
Hey man, and you just know that the unction is definitely a few more drinks deep at a family function rather than a young kid sitting at home in his apartment because he has a game on the Boxing Day.
Too tinfoily.
I don't think it's too tinfoily, but I do think that you can lean into it some, especially with, like you said, some of the older heads out there. So
if CJ McCollum has a bad game today, Sook was right. CJ McCollum has a bad game today.
There's a lot of old heads that you can kind of target in that same conversation. Well, you mentioned that game. Let's talk about it. Bulls taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Pretty much a pick 'em. High total in this game. Embiid is, I'm pretty sure he's out, but I mean he's questionable / probable for like every single game. The last 10 years. Paul George and
trendy sub bank. Sorry, SPJ, just because it's his team and he's been subbed for 2 years.
As he said, he's been dealing with Vsauce for 2 years. So in honor of that, Prindy, you get a mic.
3-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good. Wins the game at the buzzer.
This is also a good reminder. If you're not following us on Twitch, what are you doing? And if you really want to support the channel, you can drop us a sub, just like Prindy did, and we'll play a song for you. But content's free. But give us a like and a subscribe, please, and thank you. Helps the channel. Okay, back to where we were at. I think VJ was questionable earlier, but I think that he's going to be good to go. Probable. Yep. Barlow, probable. Embiid, questionable. I don't think Embiid's probably not going to play, but that's the question. B and I have the same play, kind of, in this game. We have flip-flopped our positions.
That's crazy.
I'll let him go first on how he likes to take Mr. Josh Giddey, and I will talk about the other way that I'm taking Josh Giddey. Sauceman?
I was not expecting that, SPJ, but I will talk about it. Wow. All right. Josh Giddey over 17.5 assists and rebounds, boys. This is a Philly team that just isn't good defensively. They have been so bad. They have been really bad in the fast break, and that's exactly where Giddey thrives. Giddey thrives leading the fast break, crashing the glass. He leads this team in every single major category: points, rebounds, and assists. He's averaging 9.1 rebounds, 9.0 assists per game, and he has cleared this line in 67% of his games this year. Like this year in general, he's been absolutely fantastic. This is a guy that has been playing some of the best basketball of his career. He's averaging 11.9 assists over their last 4 games, all 4 which have been wins for this Bulls team. And like we said, the Bulls started 5-0, then they lost 5 of their next 6. They have 2 different win streaks of 4 more games and 2 different losing streaks of 5 or more games, and we're less than 30 games into the season. That to me is pretty fucking hilarious. They're currently on a 4-game win streak. They're scoring a ton of points, and Giddey's hit this line in 3 of 4. Give me Josh Giddey, sir. I think he's going to have a big game against Philly. He's also hit this in 3 of 4 against them.
Let's go.
Yep. I love it. I like the triple-double sprinkle. I took his PRA at 35.5. 36.5 is the PRA line I got for Giddey. Just because he has good scoring games against this team. Like you mentioned, I don't want to take the points out. We've had this discussion about Giddey before. Take the RA, PRA. Which one do you want to go? How do you want to do it? I love the RA. I like the PRA too. I took the PRA. I think the RA smacks. I think the PRA smacks. Don't know how that's going to affect the game, but I do think he's going to score and he's going to facilitate. He had 29 points in that game against the 76ers on the 11th of November. Excuse me, on the 4th of November. 15 boards, 12 assists, as you mentioned. If you're not sprinkling the triple-double for almost 3-1, what you doing? Get after it. I feel like Maxey can take advantage of this matchup on the other side. He's had good games against the Bulls. Sook, do you have any bets in this game that you like besides the chalk of Mr. Gidler we just gave out?
Yeah, I feel like the theme of this game is, God forbid, a white boy gets some motion. I'm going with Zach Collins over his PRA. And
Welcome
like
back.
I was talking about these older guys having families and maybe they're a little bit tired during Christmas. I actually did a little bit of a deep dive here. Vooch is an older guy. I went and checked what Zach Collins has been doing for Christmas, and he actually had a very quiet Christmas. His mother is a special education teacher in the Chicago area, and he actually spent his time making an area for special needs kids to have a sensory friendly area for them to shop for Christmas presents. He was worried about charitable work all of Christmas, and honestly, Zach has been fantastic for the last few games in very limited minutes. We saw in those back-to-back games against Atlanta. He's put up good numbers. I just think that Zach Collins is a guy that's kind of stayed in the NBA. Despite the fact that he was drafted 10th overall from Gonzaga, he was expected to be a much better player than he is, but he's kind of become a journeyman that has stuck in this league because he's a true professional. So when I saw Zach Collins over 13.5 PRA minus 120, I had to take it this morning because I do think that this guy loves hooping. His Instagram is covered with pictures of him playing ball and saying, like, ball is life. You got to love the grind. So I don't know why, but when I saw that 13.5 PRA and knowing what kind of guy Zach is, I'm all for it today.
So bringing the fucking Christmas vibes, man. I'm so with it, dude. Especially on Boxing Day, the day of giving and everything like that. I'm so with it. So
Zach Collins' points line is also sitting at 7.5. What he has hit in 4 straight games since returning back to the Bulls after dealing with that wrist injury. And as you mentioned, his last 2 games in Philadelphia for Chicago, 13 and 19 points he scored in those games. The 7.5 points line feels...
It's a great shout, SPJ, because the Sixers kind of have, if Embiid plays, they have Embiid and Drummond. If Drummond plays, they're still going to need a big, burly Zach Collins that's going to try to fight in the inside. Yeah, he's a little bit slender, but he does like to bang down low.
He likes to...
What? Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay. Anything else? I think the Bulls might win this game. Although this game is in Chicago, by the way. But that's fine.
4 wins in a row, man. I could definitely see them getting that 5th one.
God, this team is so streaky. V, did you want to save Giddey for the saucy entry? Or do we want to put that in the slate lay? Or did you want to put Zach? Or do we want to put Zach Collins in the slate lay?
Ooh,
or did you want that to be one of your saucy entries, Sook?
I think it might be my saucy entry because my other play that I have is like really gross, so I don't think we want to put that in there.
You say that, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna like it. But throw Giddey in this, and let's save Zach Collins.
We'll save Zach Collins for a later day. Also, hell of a last name that guy has. Hell of a last name. You want to do?
Sorry, I didn't mean
He got there eventually, SPJ.
Yeah,
he got
eventually.
there eventually.
Like, I'm the actual, like, you know what I mean? Like, people say, how can somebody laugh like 10 seconds later? Like, it really happens in real life. This is the guy.
We know. Most of the time it's because you're just not listening. But yeah. Yeah, thanks, Alex. All right. Let's go to, why did Sandro get suspended? That's not fun.
Sure, it'll come back.
Okay. Next game on the docket. Your boys taking on the Pacers. Celtics, Pacers in Indiana. I got no thoughts on this game. I know V does, so I'll just kind of tee it up with the lines we are looking at here, as the Boston Celtics are 8.5-point favorites in Indiana today, 222.5 point total. V, did you invest in any hair coloring things over the last few days? Or
Mr. Nutrafol himself, Nutrafol's newest spokesperson, Jaylen Brown. Boys, we're going right back, and bear with me for a second. Let me just talk about this guy. He's having one of the best Celtic seasons we've seen in recent memories, especially in the last 2 decades. He has scored 30-plus points in 9 of his last 10 games in 7 straight games. He is now tied for the second longest 30-point game streak in Celtic history, tied with Paul Pierce, second to only Larry Bird. Now he heads to Larry's home state of Indiana, a team Larry coached, a team Larry presided over as president of basketball operations, and a team that Larry honestly geared up for this future that they currently have. He was the guy that brought in Rick Carlisle. He was the guy that traded the draft picks, that got rid of the dead weight that was there in Indiana. I think that this feels like the perfect spot for Jaylen Brown to go in there and be aggressive. I took the PRA just in case he's having a little bit of a poor shooting night, because he has been rebounding the ball really well and flirting with somewhat maybe a triple-double. Most nights a double-double, but the triple-double flirting has been there. This is a guy who is shooting over 50% from the field. He's seen the highest usage of his career, and he is doing the most with it, averaging 29.8 points per game. He has been fantastic on the road, and he kills Indiana. This is a rivalry that goes back now to 2024 with the way that they played each other, and they've just always played each other very, very closely. They also played each other just a couple of days ago, and the Celtics came back from a 20-point deficit after benching their starters 4 minutes into the third quarter. It was an absolute shit show for Indiana, and I'm sure they want revenge. I don't think that they're feeling like a 9.5-point or an 8.5-point dog at home. So give me JB. I did sprinkle the double-double as well, but I think he has a big, big game tonight. I think the 30 points is there if you want to take that, but the 41.5 PRA just spoke to me a little bit more.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Last thing, a little bit more. And just narrative for no reason. Nobody wants. The Celtics played 9 straight Christmas Day games before yesterday. 9 straight. JB's been in the league for 9 years. He's played on Christmas Day every single day of his career, every single year. The 1 year he didn't was the 1 year he was the number 1 option, the highest usage. I think he would have loved to be playing on Christmas Day rather than sitting at home. I just think he's going to make up for it today on Boxing Day.
Let's go.
you guys want to get bricked up and talk about your boy?
Yeah, this is perfect. Thing. This is my play kind of swerves because Hugo's been absolutely fantastic. The 10+ points and rebounds is great. Back-to-back games with double-digit rebounding. He's actually, I think, Vsauce, correct me if I'm wrong, I think first or second in total net rating for all of the rookies. He's first. There you go. The kid from Spain is very, very, very good. And shout out Vsauce. He was higher on the kid than I was. He looks like an absolute world beater at times. Like the athleticism, the rebounding, the everything that he can bring to the game is very, very exciting. But I went with the other guy because I think this was a misprice because of how good Hugo Gonzalez has been. I went with Jordan Walsh, 5 rebounds, -130. It's actually moved. It's still 5 rebounds, but it's -140 now. I think Walsh is a very good player, and they're going to have to deploy him out there against Pascal Siakam and this very fast-playing Pacers team. So I think, weirdly, I got a misprice on this. It's fallen a little bit, but obviously Hugo is a great bet, and I'm sure Vsauce wants to talk about him some more.
I like both guys. Hugo's also been top 5 in plus minus in the fourth quarter, which has been huge because he's been like Joe's been deploying him out there both defensively and to get on the glass. The Celtics have put a big emphasis on rebounding because of how bad it's been, and I think that they've really kind of turned the corner there. They're rebounding the ball much better. They're making their shots, and I really like the Jordan Walsh looks. Like I was looking at his PR as well, just because of his ability to hit the three ball, he does usually get some open shots just because of defensive lapses and the way that teams are switching. I do think that the PR or the rebounds is a good spot because all the games that Hugo's been doing fantastic in have been games without Jordan Walsh. He's been dealing with a little bit of an illness, but he has become one of, I think, Joe Mazzulla's favorite Celtics. And I think he continues to see a high flow of minutes. And he's going to be energized coming back into the lineup. And a guy like this, you can't take games off. You don't have a set spot in the lineup. Your spot in the lineup could be gone after 2 weeks of good play by a guy like Hugo.
That's why, V. That's a great point that you just made. Like, they're having internal competition right now of what this rotation is going to be. That's why the Celtics are actually playing a little bit above expectations this year, because weirdly enough, a lot of these guys are moving the needle, competing with each other. So there's a high compete level within the organization. So every day Joe is getting the best out of these guys because they're trying to prove themselves to him. It's a lot of fun to watch. I thought this was going to be an absolutely horrific season like my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but luckily it's been a lot of fun.
JB saved my life.
SPJ, it wants to jump off a building.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have to lab this game because I knew you guys would like both be splooging on it. So I just let you guys do the heavy lifting.
Namiz has been fantastic. Absolutely. Way better than I could have ever expected.
Yeah. Way better than I thought. Way better.
I want to put Hugo Gonzalez rebounds into our slate lay. If you guys are good with that, 4.5 is the line.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Okay. Hugo.
What's the PR?
Just it's not available everywhere. That's my issue. The rebounds are more widely available.
Okay.
The PRA for Brown we can save because I'm sure V might want to throw that into the lay, but we'll get there. Just in case. I don't know. You might have something else that you want to add in. But also, if you're feeling really frisky, just from looking at, as you mentioned, Gonzalez, doubles 2200, like 22-1 plus 2250 for Gonzalez. And he has had a double in one of his last 2 games, 11 boards in the last one against this Indiana team. So
he's a good bailout passer. So I think eventually the triple-double will come.
The only Celtic under 20 years old with a double-double. Jason Tatum, Hugo Gonzalez. Just saying.
Sick. We're so back. We never win anywhere.
All right.
I did not miss this at all. Had to start the show defending Luka Doncic. Had to get in the middle of the show getting off the fucking Celtics game.
It's like it's 2024 all over again.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
this like time machine back to the 2024 NBA Finals. What the hell, man? All right, Gonzalez for 5 rebounds, eh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that play. All jokes aside, I like the Walsh pull too. Do you guys think the Celtics win this game? Do you think they cover?
Cover, I don't think so. I think the Pacers, like the 20-point lead, you come back from that. The Pacers got to be a little bit pissed off, and I think 8.5. You see this spread. You're a home dog of almost double digits. Come on.
Okay, we talked Hugo, we talked Zach Collins, we talked Luka Doncic, we talked Josh Giddey, we talked a lot of white boys, but there's one we're forgetting that might get some motion if this turns into a messy and weird game. No, Johnny Furphy has actually kind of scraping away, trying to get in that rotation. Walker kind of falling out of it. Furphy is showing a lot of ball skills, a little bit of an ability to get that ball out ahead of him and dunk on guys and finish in transition. His PR, actually, I haven't played it officially, but it's hit in 4 of the last 5, including 20 PR just 3 games ago. It's 7.5 most books, -125. Not an official play for me, but I do think that if this becomes a weird little game and both coaches aren't liking what either side is bringing, they might just throw up their young kids and see what the fuck is up. Because the Pacers have 6 wins on the season. What are they playing for? They're trying to kill Pascal after he just had Christmas dinner.
On that note, let's move on. Hey, Johnny Furphy.
Filthy Furphy. Always keep him in the
we got a Giddy in there. We got a Furphy in there from the down under, mate. Come on. All right, let's go to Hotlanta. This will be a good one. Atlanta Hawks taking on the Miami Heat. 3.5-point favorites are the Hawks here in ATL on a Friday night. We love talking about ATL on a Friday night. Taking on the Miami Heat. Huge total. I think this is the biggest total of the day. 250.5 point total. For good reason. These teams top 5 in pace, pretty defense optional. Trae Young, especially back in the Hawks lineup, makes the defense really optional for the Hawks. Jalen Johnson has been spectacular, like Chat was talking about earlier. No Tyler Hero still for the Heat. He is still dealing with, I don't know, he's got his big toe hurts. Bam is also out for the Heat, so no Bam either. Dyson Daniels is back from his game off for the Hawks. Fun stuff in this one, boys. Should be a good game. I mean, how can you not want to? Let's start there. Jalen Johnson's RA sitting at 18.5 feels very comfortable. I wrote it down. Didn't bet it straight, but it feels comfy. I mean, set it, forget it, don't overthink it. I also really like Trae Young in this spot. I know Trae's hard to bet on, but 32.5 points and assists feels very comfortable as well for Trae. What do you guys like in this game? I got nothing official, but there's a lot to like here.
I circled that AR for Trae at plus money on some books, 13.
I like that. I like the PRA. I mean, he has great scoring games against this Heat team. I know Davion is a good defender, but it's at the point now where it's Davion and who else defending. So, with their play style,
I think that this game was very hard for me. I don't have an official play in this one because I was like, look at that total. Went right to all of the PRAs, looking at all of them. All of them are pretty inflated. I really thought that Onyeka and maybe Kelal Ware, some of those young guys might have an opportunity to play well if this game is up and down the young legs, but no official bets.
Speaking of young guys, so Zachary Rishishai.
Yeah,
he's been absolutely fantastic. He's hit his PRA line of 14.5 in 6 of his last 7 games. Now, the volume isn't the most enticing thing, but you got to realize when he's playing with all of these guys, and I do think a lot of this impact are games that come with Trae Young, because we know what Trae Young is capable of doing, finding guys in good positions. And not to say that Jalen Johnson hasn't been good with the RAs and the way that he stacks those numbers, but the thing is, it's not the same as when it's your point guard running offensive sets for certain players. And like I said, 5 of his last 6 games, he's hit this line. Miami's playing at an insane pace. He hasn't played Miami yet this year, so the numbers aren't really reflective of what the Heat look like this year. So the 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists, he's had, I think, over 5 rebounds in 4 of those 5 games too. This feels nice to me.
Vsauce, I think I'm going to bet this straight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I'm this is gonna be my
got
fourth
it in
bet
there.
of the day. I'm gonna get that in there. I like that.
Four bets. Whoa, dude.
Yeah, I'm a little baby. I'm just a baby. Okay, let me do my.
Well, no,
my
I
4
wasn't. I wasn't saying making fun of you. I'm just saying 4 is a lot for you. That's
that is a lot for me.
I like that.
I wasn't shaming you at all. That was more of a not a sarcastic wow. That was a genuine wow.
We don't unit shame, but we definitely volume shame.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, Adam volume shames
lower
me
his units and spray the board.
Oh my god.
That's what I did because I like betting more. As in,
I like the board and my units have stayed where they're at, so it's not been good times.
I love this movie. I'm glad I looked at it, I thought about it, but it just seems too good to be true. But everything you said, that PRA is just so good. And I think everybody forgets this was a first overall pick. This is a guy that they're fully invested in and seeing what they have. And SPJ, dude, you've been all about this guy. You want to talk a little bit about him?
I was looking at this game, labbing it up, and somebody is hitting 4 or 5 threes against this Heat defense. They're one of the worst defenses to 3-pointers allowed. It's probably going to be Naw. 2.5 threes. I didn't get a playable number straight when I looked at it earlier today. It was like -2, -140. So I didn't bet it straight individually, but it's a good look. I think he should have a good game. He's coming back off the bench now, but he's still going to play 25 to 30 minutes in this rotation. So that's a good look, Alex. Again, just to kind of go back to the Trae Young thing, I almost bet it was almost a full bet for me, but I just left it on the lean sheet. 32.5 PA feels super comfortable. 37 and 44 points and assists in back-to-back games. Both of those were against Chicago, so, But this Heat team defensively is similar Chicago. 15 assists he had in that last game. But that's pretty standard because in those last 2 games against Miami last season, 29 points in both of those games, and he had 11 and 12 assists in those games too. So I think you're getting good value on Trae at 32.5. I didn't bet it just because, again, I got to really like Trae Young to bet him, and I didn't love it enough to really want to put it down.
You went all of that time talking about Trae and not calling him Lollipop Head.
He has earned my respect over the last 8 months, to at least to the point of not mentioning that he looks like a lollipop head.
Have you seen that beard, though? How do we feel about Trae's beard?
This guy just needs to get a new fashion person. Like, just get a new fashion advisor, not whoever Anthony Davis's fashion advisor is, because I would not take that either. But
I forgot what player it was, but it was a viral moment from few years ago, and it was a teammate on the Hawks, and they were like, "Tell us one thing about Trae Young that everyone will be surprised about." And this guy, so cold-blooded, was like, "Homie thinks his hair is fly. Homie thinks the beard is fly. Like, he actually thinks he's nice with it." And I was like, "Oh, why would you do that to your own teammate right now?"
You know what it probably is? It's like he knows what he looks like clean shaven. So he's like, you guys don't understand what the other option is. So
it's like that. It's like that viral meme of the dude getting the haircut and the beard cut, and he looks like a completely different person.
It's like Colts going from undefeated to last in the division.
You guys know what we're talking about. Just to circle back again, Trae, before we close this game, because we could probably spend the next 30 minutes. There's a lot in this game to like.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson's RAs 18.5, 17.5 in some places as well. Has hit in fucking 14 of his last 20 games. He's hitting 9 of his last 10. He's basically averaging a triple-double over that stretch. It's hard to not like it again. If you think there's going to be a lot of points in this game, like Kev was just talking about, this game's going to soar. Probably a good spot to take Jalen Johnson's. His PRA is a good spot too, because he's been scoring a lot recently. So 42.5 just felt a little inflated, like you said, Sook. But I think the RA is really nice at 17 or 18.5, depending on where you're shopping. All right, let's pick something. Should we just take Jalen?
Yeah, the RA.
Sure. Or we could take threes. I did like that quite a bit, and it's kind of juiced.
Let's take the threes.
That isn't actually nice for this lately, yeah.
3 threes for minus 140. Okay. All right. You made the lay, Alex. Well done. Congratulations. It's the slate lay, but we'll get there. Okay. What is that? 4 games down? 5 to go? 5 games down? 4
5 games down.
5 games down. All right, let's talk about the Hornets taking on the Magic in the other game. The other one's not in Florida, but Hornets Magic 5.5 point favorites are the Orlando Magic taking on LaMelo and Khan and company in the Charlotte Hornets. 227.5 point total. It was 228, as you can see on the screen right there. I do have a play in this game, and I will lead us off. I'm trusting a guy who I feel pretty good about how he has been playing. I'm sure that V's going to talk about Khan in a second. But on the other side, with Khan, and we talked about him a couple of times in the last few shows, I don't really understand why LaMelo Ball's PA line is sitting at 26.5. I don't get it. It's 26.5 minus 105, hitting back-to-back games, 23 points in both, 9 assists in both. He has hit this line in 5 straight games against the Orlando Magic. 17 points and 13 assists in his last game against Orlando, which was on the 30th of October. And as I mentioned, last season, he hit it in all 3 games against them last year. His double-double is also, I almost sprinkled it straight. Let me just check the lines real quick here. Plus 350, depending on where you're shopping. So I like LaMelo in this spot. I don't want to put it in any parlays specifically, as in our slate lay or anything or any lay for us, but I did bet LaMelo straight. I love the PA. I think he has a good game tonight.
Let's go.
I really kind of agree with you, SPJ. He's had 23 points in back-to-back games. I think maybe he was on a little bit of a minutes restriction coming back from the injury or not. But also, it was like a blowout game against the Washington Wizards. They won that game by 17 points. He really didn't need to play. And he was in foul trouble in that first half. So I think that was also something. They hit 3 fouls in the first half, so he didn't play the last about 4 minutes of that first half. So I think that had to do a little bit with his playing time. And I think maybe books are undervaluing how many minutes he's going to play tonight just with this Magic team. I like the PA. I also think the 25 points at plus 280 is really nice value, man. Especially if he is on a minutes limit. minutes restriction, to me, it feels like he's going to be a guy that takes more shots and tries to have more of an imprint on this game in fewer minutes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You want to talk about Khan?
Yeah, I like Khan. The only thing is this Magic defense. They haven't been the best this year, and they haven't been the best from the perimeter like in years past, but they still do have some more than capable defenders out there. They do have some length, and that might bother a guy like Khan here. I wasn't fully sold. I like your LaMelo ball play a lot better. Yeah, a lot better. Especially because the line's sitting at 16.5. I just took it at 19.5 2 games ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why does it drop down?
3 points.
He's due for a badge. If I would take anything with Khan, I don't hate the points, like you said. But when I was looking at this, because as you mentioned, the line's a little weird, take his threes. Just take the 3.5 threes for almost like plus 130, I think was the line you saw. Because if he's hitting his points line, he's probably hitting 4 or 5 threes just from the volume that he takes from deep. If he has a good shooting night from threes, you're getting way better value, and that's probably how he's going to be scoring. Another one I liked in this game, and then Sook, I don't know if you have any plays in this one that you like, but I didn't bet it, and the line feels trappy as hell. But Moussa Diabate has been starting over the last few games for the Hornets with Kalkbrenner on the shelf. 14 and 18 rebounds he's had in his last 2 games. Now, this Magic team is, what are they, Sook?
Tall.
They're tall.
I did it.
Hey, got there. So, I mean, the 11.5 rebounds feels comfortable. Again, it feels trappy. So, but just to say something that got looked at, Anthony Black is somebody that chat is talking about quite a bit. We've talked about Anthony quite a lot. RA has a nice hit rate, coming off a 6 assist and 7 rebound game, his last game as well.
Yeah, I like this a lot, actually. He's 23 years old, but he was drafted 4 years ago. He's on his, I guess, second NBA team. He was drafted to the Clippers, but this is a guy that's probably looking to establish a role here. And if I watched that last game with LaMelo, because we were sweating that PRA prop. At the end of the game, they interviewed him, and LaMelo had nothing but good things to say about Moussa. He was like, he knows how important he is to this team, and if we want to play well, Moussa is a lot of that. He is going to have to give us big minutes, and I think everybody is kind of that same mindset. I think this is also a guy, when Kalkbrenner comes back, he's probably going to go back to the bench and not have as much opportunity to put his skill set on display. But the 14 and 18 rebounds, not really a surprise. And this is a Magic team that stinks on the perimeter. So there might just be a lot more missed shots and more rebounding opportunities tonight.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Cool.
So do you have any thing else in this game you want to
nothing official, but I will expose myself a little bit, and I will say that I'm gonna do probably the weirdest, like 3-leg.
You're doing some
PRA.
Gross
Yeah.
turnover blocks.
No, like way simpler than that. The former 6th overall pick, Tijon Salone. I do think that that 11.5 PRA is very low at a weird game like this. And Sion James, 9.5 PRA. I think that's definitely worth a look as well. He's hit that in 4 of his last 5 games. And if you want my random stupid reasons why I like that, the other day when LaMelo got hit off his block and got tossed into the crowd, it wasn't Mason Plumlee. It wasn't a coaching staff member that ran over and grabbed LaMelo and controlled the situation. It was your rookie, Sion James, that went over there and grabbed him and calmed everybody down. So he has a demeanor that I very much like. 9.5 PRA that's hit in 4 of the last 5. That's the guy that I feel like I can trust on Christmas. It's not an official play for me, but just chat know that I'm going to do a weird, probably 3-4 legger PRA one in this one with Sion and Tijon Salone and 2 other lines.
All right now.
That is the grossest Sook parlay of all time. That's probably smacking with ease. So
he'll have a Stocks play in there too in his own parlay, that for sure. But
these are also the parlays that Sook doesn't tell us about and then sends us when they're like almost green near the end of the game and tell us what he's sweating.
At least he told us this time.
Yeah, at least he said it out loud.
I do like that Moussa pull, though, as well. I think that he's another guy that should play well tonight. And last shout, Desmond Bane, boys. What's not to like about him? He seems to play well whenever they need him.
I don't know, man. Something about the Magic in this game, all the things I was looking at just didn't sing to me. I just don't like betting this Magic team, though.
Paolo's been so bad. When he's bad, the team's bad. And it's honestly just like, he's just been bad.
Are you turning on Paulo, Sauce?
I'm not turning on him, but he's been bad, and I'm gonna call it like I see it. I love this kid. I think he's got all the talent in the world, but
still young.
the shooting hasn't kind of taken a step forward. It's taken a step back, in fact, compared to last year. The mid-range game is non-existent. And like, you can be as good of a finisher at the rim as you want, but if you don't have those things as a ball dominant player, a guy who's going to handle the ball as much as he is, you just can't. The offense isn't moving. Franz Wagner's gone down, and I think the offense has severely struggled. So
I think Franz is better. SPJ.
I think you guys said that, and I think I argued that day you guys said it. Now I'm starting to feel like
I think that Paolo is just still recovering from the injury and is still not 100% and getting his feet back under him as a NBA player. This guy's also still 22 years old. So like we still got a lot of time to get back to the point where when he was at his peak in that first round series, for example, against the Cavs a couple of seasons ago, like still a teenager pretty much, and like was cooking and was at peak health. He's been banged up. He had dealt with that glute injury last year that really kind of derailed his season. He was in MVP conversations before that happened. And I think that his injury at the start of the season this year also probably derailed some of that progress too. So I'm with you that he's been inefficient and bad to start the season, but I do think that it has to do more with situational injury problems and also just getting his feet back under him versus let's be out on Paolo. So, yeah. I think they're both
12 points on 8 shots against the Portland Trailblazers. Like, with the bad comes the good. We're not saying he's bad. He's been bad. He's been bad. Yeah,
you're right. You're correct. I'm just saying that I think there's levels to it. And it's like when any player returns from an injury, especially at a younger player, like it just takes time to get your feet back under you.
Mm-hmm.
I just think both of them, you guys always get mad when people have the conversations about is Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum better. They're different players. They do different things. They're different. They do different stuff. They're both good on this team. The Magic should not trade either of these guys. You just build your future.
Already started that conversation with Khan and LaMelo, right? You know what I mean?
Why can't we keep why does no one have that conversation about the Thunder? The Thunder, they're just like, oh no, the Thunder should keep everybody. That's better.
They are now.
I don't think there was
the Giannis button. Like,
yeah.
Maybe it's too soon.
I was about to say there was never a chance for the debate because they like all of a sudden won. They literally went from being like pretty good, like what is this team, to like, oh, we're just killing everyone and we won the chip. Celtics, we failed first and then looked bad, and then that's when that opens up the debate of like, okay, so you took one swing at it, does it work?
True. Well, now that those types of conversations are starting to creep in about the Thunder now that they've lost some games, especially to the Spurs, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Four more.
So just let it go.
Let it go. You want that door to be open.
You're not OKC debates, okay?
It's 5 losses.
All right? I'll put you guys on speakerphone later on tonight. You guys can debate all you want. Let's get through this plate.
Let's fast forward to May, and then we can have this discussion again. 4 more games. Let's get to them. Chat, drop a dub if you're having a great left. 4. Yeah. These are all good ones. Maybe we don't spend a lot of time on this one, but I got a couple plays in this game I like quite a bit. Bucks taking on the Grizzlies. Speaking of Giannis. Giannis out, obviously, but Grizzlies at home. Ja Morant might make his return tonight, but I don't think he's going to. Let me see if it's changed. Still questionable. Ja might return. No Giannis, obviously, for the Bucks. 226.5 point total. I got to play in this game.
Let's go.
I'll give you 2 guesses.
Cam Spencer.
Nope.
KBJ.
Rollins.
Nope. Might be one of my favorite plays on the entire slate. Give me the pride of Spain. Oh. We got to take something from the last game. Well, teaser. We're going back to the other game. What do we want to take in the last game for the slate late? Thanks, chat, for keeping us on track.
Do you want to take LaMelo, PA?
Sure. I'm not going to put that in the slate lay.
What was the line you got, V?
It was me, and I got 26.5. PA for LaMelo. 30 ball incoming. Probably not. Thank you, chat. Keep us on track because we forget sometimes. We get to talking about other random bullshit and then we forget. So,
take us to Spain.
I'll take us to España. Santi Aldama. 26.5 PRA against the Milwaukee Bucks. Santi has been cooking. Hit this in 2 of his last 3 games. Just had a great game against Utah. 37 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. However, he also has really good games against the Milwaukee Bucks. 23, 8, and 3 in their last game. Game before that, 19, 9, and 2. Now, I don't have anything deeper than that. I don't know if, like, you know, maybe he likes Australian people because anybody that plays against the Bucks is Australian, just goes crazy against this team. But I just truly love what I'm seeing from Santi tonight. I don't think Jaw's playing. Coward is also questionable, so he might also not play.
Jaw's out. Yeah.
Santi's been really good on the boards. I like the PR as well at 23.5 if you don't want to rope in the assists, but I do think he's a good facilitator. So I really like Santi here. This is not going to be my saucy entry for the slate for the parlay, but I like this play quite a bit. Full unit for me.
I like it. I have nothing to add to it, but I'm down to ride. I think that this could be a fun game. The Grizzlies have been playing a little bit better as of recently too. I think if Cam Spencer gets to start once again, he might be a little bit of fun, but I had no official plays in this one.
Yeah, no official plays for me either, but I do think it's a good shout out. You're not going to see lines for it right now, but Javon Small in just 12 minutes against Utah the other day had 7 assists. If Jaw does not play, I think everybody does love Cam Spencer, but you might be able to snipe a little bit of Javon Small lines. He was a 2nd-round pick, doesn't really have a lot of like investment from the organization. They're probably just going to throw him out there and see what they have. But if you do like Javon Small, I think that's a good shout out because 7 assists in freaking 12 minutes is insane.
That's nutty.
It really is, yeah.
Just answer this. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is the answer to this from the Hawks game. No. And no, I'm outside on the patio in my in-laws' house. So, and I don't have a light out here, so it's just the screen.
Looks
and my
cozy
face.
though.
Yeah, it does.
Get a little hang on. Nice. KPJ is worth a mention too. I know we don't love talking about him, but he's been great as the starting kind of facilitator and ball handler on this team. 13.5 rebounds and assists, feels comfortable. No real big success against the Grizzlies, and did have kind of a down game in their last game against Indiana, only 6 and 5, but flirting with triple doubles over the last 2 weeks. Worth a mention. Anything else? We can kind of move on. There's a few more games to get to with maybe more to talk about if you guys don't have anything else.
No, that's it for me.
You guys want to put Santi in here then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Santi Maria.
He burned us so much last year after a hot start, so he owes us some coin.
He really did. 26.5 PRA for Santi. Okay. Last 3 on the docket. The late night games should be fun tonight, as the late night games were last night. Suns taking on the Pels. 5.5 point favorites are the Phoenix Suns in the Bayou tonight. New Orleans Pelicans, 5.5 point doggies. Another big total here. Defense optional for the Pelicans, especially 241.5 points in this game. I got to play in this one. And you know what, boys? I'm going to be Jesus and take the wheel. And on that note, let's go dancing.
This is the rhythm of my life. My life. Oh, yeah. I know you want to say it. This is the rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of my life. This is the rhythm of my life.
The rhythm bet of the day. One of my favorite bets of the day as well. Royce O'Neal over 10.5 points, 11 plus points, minus 105 is the line I got on this earlier today. I also really love his 2.5 3-pointers, but it was minus 140, a little bit too juiced for me. So just give me the points for Royce. The Pelicans are one of the worst defensive teams in the entire NBA, 28th in the NBA in 3-pointers allowed. And Royce has hit this line in 2 straight games, 3 straight. 3 of his last 4 against the New Orleans Pelicans, 14, 18, and 19 points in those games. He had 14 points against them earlier this season. A lot of those shots, as I mentioned, came from downtown. He took 9 3-pointers in back-to-back games against the Pels. He hit 5 and 6 of them in both of those games as well. As I mentioned, this team is one of the worst teams in the NBA to 3-pointers allowed. And as you can see on the screen, our friends at RITHMM love it as well. You can get involved with the RITHMM model. They are projecting him to have 15 points in this game by their model. Not really a model that I was expecting to talk to tonight, but that's okay. I talked to this model anyway. Vibes25 is the promo code you can get involved in to get 25% off your subscription. Find bangers like this in the prop department, bangers like this in the sides department, and so much more by our friends at RITHMM.ai. Yeah, love Royce tonight, dude. Like his threes a lot, the 2.5 threes. Love the points. I like the PRA as well. It should be a fun game. I was kind of looking for angles I wanted to take on which side I wanted to do it. I bet Royce a couple times. He's kind of a sneakier guy, but I just think this matchup's too good. I really like the threes, and I like the points a lot.
Royce is a nasty dog. The other day when everyone loves to see like the Dylan Brooks on the timeline, everyone loves those videos of him going back and forth with LeBron. But if you watch that basketball game that they've had the last few times out, Royce is right there behind Dylan. Those are two junkyard dogs. Dylan's doing his thing, talking all that smack. But when Dylan comes back to the bench, it's Royce that's high-fiving him, slapping his ass, telling him, because Royce knows what Dylan brings to the game. And Royce himself is an absolute Swiss Army knife. I love this play.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Same here, SPJ. I think the Pelicans' perimeter defense has been absolutely terrible. I was looking for a way to fade it. Initially, I thought Dylan Brooks, but I wasn't sure how much he would get up for this game. I think I like this angle a lot more, whether you want to take the 2.5 threes or the 11+ points. To be honest, I think I like the points just a little bit better because the Pelicans have had issues with fouling and, allowing guys to get to the free throw line. But I like this play a lot. Not to move us off of it, but I do like somebody on the other side. Somebody me and SPJ have been betting a ton. Sadiq Bey, over 22.5 points and rebounds. In 9 games without Herb Jones this year, he has hit this line in 8 games. He is averaging 18.8 points and almost 9 rebounds per game, boys. He's doing everything he can to earn that next contract. He's doing everything he can to maybe earn a spot on a potential contender. We don't know what's going to happen at the trade deadline, but he's been playing good basketball. And in the absence of Herb Jones, he has been attacking the glass. In those 9 games, not only is he averaging close to 9 rebounds per game, but 2 offensive rebounds per game. And that's something the Suns have had a lot of trouble with. They ranked bottom 5 in offensive rebound rate allowed. And I just think that Sadiq Bey takes advantage today.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, I looked at this to start. As you mentioned, you and I have been betting this guy so much, and it's just been smacking. He had kind of a down game last game, but if this line is playable, sub 25 in his PR, you got to take it.
Have to.
Also, just to answer this from Garrett, we've hit 2, and we've been doing slate lays for what, like a year and a half? We didn't do them when we first started the show, but then chat got to the point where we had to do them. And we've hit 2. As you see, they're very hard to hit. We don't suggest you guys tail them, but then chat gets mad at us when we don't do them. So
chat kind of clamors for it, which makes us kind of put it together. But I'm sure Vsauce is about to say, these are like things we've played straight or already have played straight.
Yeah, and it's something we do twice a week, so it's really not affecting the bankroll, to an extent where we're affected by it too much. And also, it's a good way to just get a play that we like the most from each game, which is what we're doing with the slate rundown.
When I play the slate lay, it's like I'm rounding off my bankroll. Whatever I have weirdly extra, I'll put that rounded off number on there.
Yes,
I have a lot of weird extras too because I do so many .69 parlays that my bankroll is never .00. So
it's not responsible gambling, but we do it. We're honest with you guys.
We do it responsibly. It might not be if you want to count it that way, we do it responsibly.
Like SPJ says, cup of coffee, maybe less.
Yeah.
Gumball, cup of coffee. Don't do any more than a cup of coffee unless you're just a Bezos. Then
round off the bankroll. That's what you should do. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Say round off again.
Round off. Holy.
Oh man. Let's go, Gerald. Just buy a Big Mac while you're there.
All right.
Get smart too. You guys can pick your own. You can be like Asiatic. Asiatic cooks like 10 leg parlays without even listening to us the whole time. So anything. This is. It's like any vice that you enjoy doing consistently. Like, do it responsibly. Sook, do you have any plays? Look at V's face. What is your face, dude?
He's trying to put in parlays, this guy.
Yeah. Yep.
No more thoughts. So we can keep it moving.
If V's eyes go to that level right there, just know that this is what he's doing to the sports book.
That's it. Okay. That's what I'm doing when these bets cash tonight. When we cash the slate late today.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Ooh.
I will say the last time we hit a slate lay, Sauceman wasn't with us.
Yeah.
It was just me and Sook.
Jesus, Jeff. I'm gonna leave that one down there.
Yeah, you gotta leave that one in the shadows. Okay. Pistons taking on the Jazz. Speaking of Cade from earlier. Jazz 9.5 point dogs in this game, 244.5 point total. Smacked on Duran the other day, Sook, who's in another nice matchup tonight. Cade and company coming to town with the second best record in the NBA behind the Thunder. Oh, thank you, Austin. No, we didn't. Do you guys want to? Do we want to put Royce?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I might want to save Royce. So can we do Bay? Hey, Bay,
Yep.
Bay. Are you down for that, Sook?
Yep.
Sadiq. His PR line is 20.5.
Beauty.
Beauty. Let's go. Okay.
Feel bad for Sadiq Bey. He was on the Pistons for a few years, and when that team tries to get good, sometimes there's cast-offs, and Sadiq's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It happens in the NBA all over the place.
It's a business.
It is indeed. Again, these teams played this season already, as in the Jazz and the Pistons, on the 11th or the 5th of November. Detroit won that game by 11 in Detroit. I got a play in this game, somebody that we have talked about before, somebody who Chef hates. However, he did cash us out on our parlay the other night. I'm going back to Nurk. Give me Yusuf Nurkic over 12.5 rebounds and assists. I have no idea why this line is 12.5. He had 17 rebounds against the Pistons when they played earlier in the season. He's hit this in 5 straight games. He's coming off a game where he was on the shelf for rest. And then against the Nuggets right before Christmas, he had 14 boards and 6 assists. I'm going to keep taking this line if it's sub 15 with him starting right now. And I don't see a way that them not starting because Walker Kessler's out for the season and they don't have anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So even Laurie being back in the lineup doesn't scare me. Duran obviously also had 20 plus rebounds against them last time they played. So you can go Duran if you want, but I like Nurk here. I think the assist also makes it very spicy. You can take the 3.5 assists straight if you want. I took the RA because I think he can grab 10 plus rebounds.
Let's go. The vet versus Duran, who we know is gonna foul, and we know Nurkic is gonna drop that shoulder and put it in his chest. So that's a good look there. But I do think that, like you said, Duran is definitely a good look as well. They're 26th and like 25th and 27th to points, assists, and rebounds allowed from the center position. And like you said, 22 rebounds last time out against this Utah Jazz team. I do think that this could be a little bit a banger game on the glass between these two. Sauce?
I kind of agree. I was looking at Keontae George in this matchup. I like the Nurkic play, to be honest, just because of Jalen Duran and the guy that he's going to have to guard. Or I mean, the guy that the way he plays. He plays in the paint. He's not going to. He's going to attack the offensive glass. And Nurkic's like number one job is to prevent that. I don't think he's going to put a huge scoring load on Nurkic here. I think the assists are going to be there too, because we know assists against the Piston centers, like center assists against the Pistons, has always been something we really, really enjoy playing. And a lot of that has to do with the defensive prowess of Jalen Duran. Outside of that, no official plays.
Yeah.
I'll just shout out something that Austin mentioned because I looked at this and the line's very playable. Svi Mikhailuk over 1.5 threes. The reason why.
Legend.
Yeah, sure. He's hit this in 5 of his last 6 games. He's coming off a game where he only hit 1. But in that game earlier this season, as I mentioned, against Detroit, he hit 6 threes, took 11 in that game. 1.5 for a playable minus 115 feels very comfortable. Nice little ladder spot as well. So there you go. See, from Kev. Kev knows.
Speed was a Piston as well.
Aha, the revenge angle.
Yeah.
The points is great too. It's 7.5. He's hit that in 3 of his last 4 games. He's in the starting lineup. He had 28 last game. Now again, he hit 6 threes, so you can do the math on that one. But feels comfy. 7.5. A little bit of a cheekier one.
He's like one of those low key guys that's like on the Jazz. He's fun to bet, but like a winning team could really use him.
Mhm.
You know who he reminds me of? Not to sound like countryist, I guess. He's like a Simone Fontecchio type of guy. Like
Yeah.
he's going to do the dirty work, hit 3 or 4 threes. He's going to have those random games where he hits like 7 or 8 3-pointers. But then he's also going to have games where he just goes completely ghost mode and is only doing out there what's necessary for the team to win.
Do you guys want like a really weird, inappropriate angle to this?
Sure.
Yes.
Svi is Ukrainian and Russia is on the offensive. So maybe he's a little angry guy.
I mean, yeah, shit. Son.
I feel
mean,
gross even saying that out loud. I wish I kept that inside.
Hey,
I mean,
it's the reality of the
he-
situation. Unfortunately,
let's go. Tell him to follow us on tell him to follow us on Twitch, Alex.
She
Svi
nailed it.
Mikhailuk. I nailed it. Yeah, I got it right. Svi Mikhailuk.
All right, boys.
I'm pretty decent with names. Unless it's a name of a chatter, I can never get those right. Last game. Oh, let's pick something from the Jazz. I want to save Nurk because I actually kind of want to use. I think I want to use Nurk as my saucy entry. Do we want to do Svi 2 3s?
let's do
That
speed.
we just talked about it
Mhm.
Yeah.
for the Ukraine. Oh, Simone Fontecchio. All right now.
Oh, which is weird too, because one guy is Italian and the other guy is Ukrainian.
It was like European, you know.
Uh,
All right, last game. Trailblazers taking on the Clippers in Portland tonight. Denny's could be open late, but I don't know. Clippers have been better recently, winners of back-to-back games, but the Clippers still suck. Kawhi has also been spectacular his last couple of games. But again, the Clippers suck.
mhm.
I'll start us off. I really like Kawhi in this game. I took his 10.5 rebounds and assists. He's hitting 3 of his last 4 games, back-to-back games since 3 straight since against really good defensive teams, Houston, Los Angeles, well, not Los Angeles, but and Oklahoma City. But he had a double-double against Portland earlier this season with 10 boards, 4 assists. I think the RA feels nice. You can take the PRA if you want. He's been scoring a lot recently. But I think Kawhi has a chance to have a good game on the glass. So I really like the RA at 10.5. Don't hate the triple-double or the double-double sprinkle as well at like plus 500. I think that's a good play.
The only thing I wanted to take in this one was Portland money line. Sauce?
Yeah, I kind of lean with the Portland money line. That game against I can't remember who it was. It felt like they really played up to their opponents, and they've done a terrible job of getting up for games. I think I like the Kawhi look. I do have some coin on him too, SPJ from a parlay I placed yesterday. Nothing solo with him, but I don't know. The total 226 sucks. I have no clue how to cap this Clippers team.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Do you want to should we just put Kawhi RA in here in the slate lay and then call it?
I think so.
No love for Shaden, SPJ. I know you're finally loving him these days lately.
I've been loving him since the beginning, brother. No, I like his points. It's just hard, man. I don't know how to take this Portland team right now. You guys know I love betting Denny too. It's just they're so banged up and they're so hurt and it's just hard.
Wishy-washy.
So, wishy-washy.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Portland Blazers. They're so blah right now. They're not the Blazers. They're
That
the
initial-
Blazers.
That initial Thiago Splitter boost of everyone trying to like impress him and keep like a good head on straight for like all the drama, that kind of faded away.
It's
Hey,
definitely
I mean, like they're not throwing games now, obviously. So,
Oh my god.
that does help.
oh my god! All
right,
right,
let's
let's go,
go.
boys.
Let's go Kawhi, 10.5 RA. To answer your question, Jeff, in the chat, it does not change my mind on Santi. I kind of had a feeling that one of those guys / maybe both would play. I still like Santi at that line. But I do have to pick that other line for Santi to change the math a little bit for the parlay for the saucy entry or the slate lay, and then we'll cook the saucy lay, and then we'll get out of here. Whew, so many things to say. 24.5 is the line for Santi now. Plus 25,000. Plus 25,722 for those 9 legs. Did we skip a game?
No, 9 legs, right?
We didn't pick a game because there's 10 games, I think.
9 games.
There's only
games.
9?
Yep.
Wow. Math is hard. Damn it. They just... Fuck. Chat, drop a dub. Don't forget we're doing a giveaway in just a second. So stick around for another few
Yeah,
minutes.
chat, don't forget, because I forgot.
That's why sometimes the things I say on here are for the chat, but also for you guys to remember what we're
Yeah.
doing.
I was gonna say for me too.
The question is, do I put some of these YouTube guys into the
Yeah, it's the
Giveaway.
season of giving. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Today we'll cut him some slack.
It's just because Jeff talked nicely about the Celtics today. You guys are like, yeah, okay, he can go in.
Yeah, Jeff was on good behavior today.
Because he's
The
been coming
Negronis-
at me on the timeline instead.
Negroni's been hitting today. I'm just leaving Sandro out because they took him off the board. So 8 legs plus 13,000.
Without
responsibility.
Barnes, that guy could get a triple-double today.
Mhm.
Is Barnes not playing? Is Barnes out for sure?
I think that someone in chat was saying that's why he got locked.
Okay, man. We love you, Jeff. Love all you guys. All right, boys. Let's
I'm always well behaved.
Sure. All right, let's cook. Slickman, favorite leg?
Oh, it was Sandro, but now we're boned. You guys want to take Jordan Walsh for 5 rebounds, or you guys want to take Collins PRA? I did really like Collins.
Let's do Collins.
Let's
I'm
do
down to
Collins,
ride. I'm down to ride with Zachary. Love that guy's name. Great name. My long lost twin brother.
Yeah,
Not
Jeff.
really. I don't have his PRA. Can we just take the points?
You said 7.5.
I don't have anything for that game right now, actually, which sucks.
Fuck.
Sheesh.
No, sorry, that was the wrong game. I'm just a big old dumbass. Gotta love it, chat. Let me see if I have the PRA. I still don't have the PRA though.
Let's go.
I think I do have the points, however. 7.5. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Sauce Man?
JB. Hopefully he doesn't sell our souls, but JB PRA.
He doesn't have a family. He was streaming last night.
Yeah.
Man.
You want to take the
Man,
PRA?
PRA.
41.5.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right, I want to do Nurk.
Good thing Chef didn't come on today.
Hey, man, Chef pulled him off the ban list and he smacked our lay the other night. I think Nurk is back in good graces.
Is
He's on a
he?
short- He's on a
Might
short
be, yeah.
leash, though. He's on a short leash.
The
It's like when somebody
Bosnian.
burns you, but then you let them back into your life, but then they have a short leash if they burn you again, like it's curtains for sure. You know what I'm saying?
What was the line
All
on Nurk?
12.5. All right, last leg. Take us home, tuck us in. Do we want Royce O'Neal from Rhythm to take us home and tuck us in?
Yeah.
Or do we want it? Yes?
Do we put him in the slate lay?
No.
No, we didn't.
No,
Mm.
we wanted to save
Oh.
it.
Do you just want to do the 3 threes or the points?
Let's do the 3 threes. Kind of like Timmy Hardaway yesterday. Smacked.
Oh, that was a
Right.
sweat, though. But yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. 3 threes. Okay, plus 1,000. Does the job. 8 points for Zach Collins. This is a funky looking parlay. 8 points for Zach Collins. 41.5 PRA for Jaylen Brown. Yusuf Nurkic 12.5 RA, and then Royce O'Neal for 3 threes. Wow, we covered all 4 different main prop categories too.
I love it.
Bing bong.
We'll try.
We'll get it out there in just a minute because we're about to do the giveaway, and then we shall skedaddle and let you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday night. You ready for the giveaway, Suck?
Yeah, let me just update the list. Seems like we had a few more people come in here. Do I leave the intern in the giveaway? He always wants to
Yes.
be in it.
We'll leave him in there today. It's the season of giving.
Season of giving. Season of giving. Leave it. I like to leave it. Leave it. And honestly, I want to do this. You ready?
Let's go.
Look at that. Look at all those ducks. We appreciate you guys for a giveaway from something from the Stow. So all sauce team, Took, Beanie, however you want to say it. All right, 3, 2, 1, run it.
Let's go.
Something. Let's go, Dragon. OG of the program.
Okay.
Whoa, everybody's at the back.
No real leaders to start off. Oh, Bumblebee.
Whoa.
Oh!
Jason! Jason's bag is definitely full now. Congratulations. I know Jason's real.
Is he?
Go,
All right,
Jason.
let's go.
Congratulations, brother. Well done. I mean, congrats to your duck, I guess. Congrats, Jason. Let's go. Appreciate you, big dog. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate ya. Who is Saucy 4? Saucy 4 is the parlay, which we'll read off in just a second. Shit's rigged. Let's go. Hey, Jason. Let's go.
Full bag.
Appreciate you. Jason, send me a DM on Twitter, either at Your Betting News or send me one personally. Yeah, we need to make a playlist of the duck race songs. That would be fun.
Honestly, actually we should.
We do all right. This is the Saucy 4. Our 4 favorite plays from the slate today. Zach Collins, 8 points. Jaylen Brown, 42 PRA. Yusuf Nurkic, 12 RA or 13 RA. Royce O'Neal, 3 threes, plus 1,000. That will get posted on the timeline. Follow us on Twitter if you're not already. Hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas yesterday. A fantastic holiday. Happy Kwanzaa to all you celebrators of Kwanzaa out there. And yes, as Kev said, it's time to get sauce because it's Friday night. We got a show with you guys in the morning. Betspresso in the AM with Shaggy Betts and myself. Sook is off tomorrow. Everybody say bye to Sook. You'll see him on Sunday. V is also with his family, so he'll be off tomorrow. So say bye to V.
Sauceman, I'm going to do this on the show. Am I seeing you tonight?
I think so. We're trying to plan some pregame stuff right now. I'm about to haul ass and change my clothes. So let's get after it.
All right.
See you in 3 hours. That's how that goes. Good stuff, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Brought to you by our sponsors at Bet Online. Give us a follow on all the socials and all the platforms if you haven't already, and follow us at bettingnews.com. Anything else, boys?
No.
Happy Friday.
See you Sunday.
Yeah, Kanika, rub it in, you big bozo. This is what happens when you work with your friends. You just mess everything. You guys came for the winners and you stay for the vibes. Have a kick-ass Friday night. Bet responsibly, and we will see you on the next one. Take it easy, Chad. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
About rolling.
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about